Why is it so hard to find a house in Forest Lakes Country Club in Sarasota, Florida? I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to give you a tour and explain why it's hard to find a house there. They rarely come up, and when they do, they go pending really quickly. In Forest Lakes Country Club, Sarasota, one of the most desirable neighborhoods in our area. Come take the tour. One of the most important reasons, you guys already know, Real Estate 101 is location. So I guess we'll start north to south, sort of, and explain the geographic location. Geographically, it is so centrally located. You're not in the city limits, you're in the county, so county limits. You're southeast of downtown Sarasota, due east of Siesta Key, and the North Bridge to Siesta Key. It's closer to the North Bridge. And you're by what we call in Sarasota Amish country, like Amish territory off of Bay Vista there. And so from Forest Lakes Country Club Estates, you're also maybe 15, 20 minutes to the UTC Mall area and the University Corridor, which includes the Sarasota Airport. And I'll just start by giving you like a driving tour, because that's the best way to kind of understand like what's the lay of the land and like what's here. So off of Bay Vista, and Bay Vista, by the way, goes east-west, and it directs you right into downtown Sarasota or toward the interstate, either in either direction. And off of Bay Vista, you've got a bunch of Amish-run, owned and operated restaurants and shops and different commercial spaces. Two of the most popular are the Yoder's Restaurant and Dare Dutchman, both, of course, Amish. I actually every year I get my pies from Yoder's. So this is kind of like what it looks like. And you've got that marketplace there. I mean, like the homemade quilts. They're obviously, Amish tend to be known for their great, exceptional woodworking. We also happen to have a couple of really great custom, of course, high quality, very, very good quality, custom Amish, Mennonite. I don't know what they prefer to be called, so I'm using them interchangeably, so I'm not trying to offend anybody. But woodworking and generally very high quality construction, pride of workmanship is what I'm trying to say. And during Thanksgiving, their pies are second to none. So you've got kind of all of that right by us. You can go to their groceries, you can get ice cream, you can go to their market and dine in their restaurants. It's really cool. I think one of them is purchasing my listing on Riviera, which I'll get to as well. But Riviera Circle, it's kind of near Southgate, if you know where Southgate is. And I'm actually filming at my Airbnb, which is in Southgate, to give you all of this is very close to one another. So, and then you're really, really close to, like, across from my listing on Riviera is one of the two very close golf courses. So you can like take a golf cart, you can walk, a very easy walk to the Palms of Forest Lakes golf course. And there's also Village Green. Both are, Village Green is a little bit further away. You might have to get into the car, you can bike ride or whatever, but they're both very, very close. Village Green's not far. Both are semi-private and both have 18 courses. Both are 18 course. See, this is how much I don't golf. I'm not a golfer. I've got to ask my younger brother, who is more of an aficionado than I've only golfed a few times. Anyway, but those golf courses are very close by, and just proximity to the downtown amenities, like I said, being this far west of the interstate. And moreover, I guess Forest Lakes Country Club Estates it's one of those Florida ranch communities, I think established, the 60s and the 70s. There are 400 single family homes here in Forest Lakes Country Club, and it's just, they're pretty elevated. I'm not sure exactly, they're going to vary by elevation, but they're pretty elevated. So most all of these should be in zone X, not in a flood zone. And let me give the caveat, every property in Florida is technically flood zone. Just, I'm CYAing, because I really do feel like after the Debbie storm, and of course all the big storms, like it's it's better to have insurance and not need, right? Have and not need, need and not have versus, anyway. So yeah, geographically it says here west of Beneva and north of Weber. And by the way, too, the Legacy Trail is really close by, and it kind of cuts through all these little drive like streets. So they are known for their larger lots, mature landscaping, and classic Florida ranch style architecture. I did notice too, driving around, lots and lots and lots and lots of tile roofs and metal roofs. I didn't see a lot of shingle roofs like I see more in like Southgate area. So I'm seeing more of the tile roofs. Most of the homes have pools as well. So of course in this video, we're not including the condos. Condos are just a different breed, right? And each condo community is like their own HOA, their own name. So we're not counting that certainly in this video. That's a separate video. So if you did include that, there would be more than 700 units total. So we're just talking about the country club estates with 400 single family homes. I am your ChatGPT. This is the thing. If you're working with a realtor that says they work the whole state of Florida, or they work a multi-state area, like you can be licensed in a couple states or a few states. You can be licensed in all 50 states. But when it comes down to the lifestyle, the look and the feel and the layouts and like, what do you recommend? What streets? And is it close to grocery stores? And like, these are unique things that a realtor you should hire for, right? Like the Amish thing, if you're not from here, you wouldn't know that Amish country is like really close by. To get into low, median, and high, I love to kind of go over like the real estate part of it, obviously, because that's what I do. The lowest price I went through in the last year. So the lowest price sold for a single family home is $425. Now that was without a pool. That was 3432 Pine Valley Drive. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, just under 1,800 square feet. Again, no pool. So not too bad if you don't need a pool. Had the 2-car garage. So that was listed for $450, sold for $425, and that closed January of 2026. I'm going to leave my listing for last because obviously I'm partial, and I will give that to her at the end. But the high price right now in here, and I'm watching this one because I do think it's very, very grossly overpriced. It is 1967 Brookhaven Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just shy of 3,000 square feet. Now I know they did a tremendous amount of updates to this home. It does look really pretty. I think they should have updated the pool in the back. The pool deck is very outdated. It's listed for $1.499. I think they bought it. I want to say, I have to go look back in the record, but they bought it for like, I don't remember what they bought it for, actually. I shouldn't say that. But they put like $300,000-$400,000 into it, and I was amazed that they didn't update the pool. That's kind of my 2 cents on that. But last but not least here, Riviera Circle, 1734 Riviera Circle sits right in the median in the price range here for Forest Lakes Country Club at $899. So come take the tour of that house as well. Welcome to 1734 Riviera Circle, Sarasota, Florida, everyone. Zip code 34232. This is the median price point as we sit here in May of 2026. Notice how open and bright the property is. Obviously very well updated. These owners put a lot of money, care, and attention to detail into the property, allowing even the carpeting that flows out into the lanai seamlessly flowing with the vinyl flooring throughout the rest of the home. The plush carpeting is actually a really nice touch, and you've got these bedrooms on the other side of the home. It's really a kind of a U-shaped house with the bedrooms on one side. So it's kind of sprawling, plenty of room in all of these bedrooms. They're very, very spacious. I think the video here is a little deceiving because they truly are very generous sized bedrooms here. And of course, lots of lightness and brightness. You'll notice a fully fenced in backyard. there, which is great. And again, a lot of these houses are pretty elevated. I think 20 some feet at the baseline elevation. So it's pretty high. And even though it's in a flood zone X, you know, a lot of the flood maps are changing. So they're going to X and a portion of them AE. So I would always recommend just getting flood insurance. You know, I think for the cost of it, it's very beneficial. And anyway, these bedrooms share a full bathroom. Interestingly enough, that's a full shower there. And then you also still have a tub that goes out to the lanai there, which is really convenient for ingress and egress. And you've got the dual sink and the separate tub there, and walking back into the primary suite off of the pool. Again, very sizable bedroom here, and it's really nice to have sliding glass doors out to the pool. It's just convenient and easy in and out there. And that lanai is absolutely massive. I mean, it's actually under air. So it's an approximate 500 square feet of additional under air square footage encompassed in just under 3,500 square feet. This is the primary bathroom. So you've got the tub shower combination back there. And then behind the sink too, you have a walk-in closet. So that's really nice to have, and plenty of room to create your custom closet if you want. And again, wrapping around here to the other side of the home, you've got this really large kitchen, and it's got the pass through out into the pool. We love that, apropos of the 70s when this house was built. And the white cabinetry and just great view. And honestly, like, you could have a really large family live here if you wanted to. It's just got so much space, great for entertaining. And what house is not complete without a half bath accessible from the dining, front foyer, garage. This is a pretty standard, I would say, 2-car garage with a bump out. And what I didn't get in the video is that the laundry is out there in the garage. And now we are on out into the lanai. And of course, like I mentioned, this is under air, so it is part of the living space. And that door goes back out into that full bathroom as I had shown you. And I mean, just a lot of room for entertaining, or this could be like a huge kids play area, a number of different things, a game room and things like that. So just lots and lots of options here. And you've got sliding glass doors that come out to this upgraded pavered pool area, which is phenomenal. Everybody needs a pool in Florida. I'm telling you, especially if it's a second home, you definitely want to have a pool. Really nicely updated. And you've got the sun shelf there, which is kind of nice, easier to step down, especially if you have kids. Nice big backyard here. I think it's on over, it's on over a third acre. Yes, 14,850 square feet of backyard, private backyard, great neighborhood. So thank you for watching, and this is a great house for the next owner. So thank you for coming and taking the tour of Forest Lakes Country Club. And I want to start going back to doing more of these tours, because I think that's, you know, you can walk through any home, and that home could be anywhere. And you're buying the lifestyle here. Part of what I do as a realtor, whether I'm on the listing side or the purchasing side, is selling the lifestyle and understanding very intimately the streets and where they are in relation to the amenities that people want. You know, remember too, I mean, I just had a couple closings, and there were several hurdles, like a lot of closings do have. And you have to remember as an agent, and I do have to check myself, that these are people's lives. You know, not everybody's a snowbird. People are packing and moving their lives and their families and their kids' schools, and they're changing grocery stores, and it's a big deal, and it's emotional, and it's a lot of money, and it's, you know, moving big assets. And remember, they've spent memories and time here, and then they're moving here, and it's just like, it could be a hectic time. So I definitely push really hard as an advocate for my clients too, because it's just like, dealing with lenders, dealing with title, dealing with movers, giving them vendors, helping them negotiate through inspections, and again, providing those vendors again, like that is maybe half of it. Being the advocate and sort of being the centerpiece of the contact, right? And as long as you're being communicated with timely and you're really there for the client, I think that's honestly 90% of it. And why some agents really just get a bad rap on where they drop the ball and they just lose that je ne sais quoi, you know what I mean, en français. They just lose that drive to give the client full service. I don't know anything other than full service, white glove, 5-star. I hope we give you 5-star service. That's what I know. That's what I do. That's what I provide. And if that's something you're interested in, I would love for you to call me. Please do. And if you want to know the value of your property, I am really good at pricing. Some properties just take a while. And I'm going to end on this. Some are quick, of course. Like I've had 3 that were like in 24 hours. I'm going to end on this and to watch my April market update video, because every single month I do a market update video. I think it's really important. Just breathe. We are in what is more normal. So if you want to tune out the noise and listen to someone that is hyper local since 2002 to guide you from beginning to end and beyond, I'm here for you. If you have a property in Manatee, Sarasota, or Charlotte counties, call your girl, 941-544-7690.